What's going on, everybody? I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Brandon Sheely.
That's me.
We're watching Queen of the Damned. I have not, and he has not, ever seen this film before.
Nope.
All I know is that this is Aaliyah's last movie.
Aaliyah.
God dang it. I was just practicing this off camera, too. Aaliyah's last movie, because I was like, I know I'm messing this up. I asked Brandon, I asked Ashley downstairs, I asked Achara. If you guys want to watch the whole thing with us without any cuts or interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cinejump or Cinejump.com. Both URLs will get you there, but you will need your own copy of the film, which we are watching through Amazon Prime Video. So you can open up the film side by side with our reaction. We give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching with two pals from the internet. Okay, here we go.
There comes a time for every vampire when the idea of eternity becomes momentarily unbearable. Living in the shadows, feeding in the darkness with only your own company to keep rots into a solitary, hollow existence. Immortality seems like a good idea.
Oh.
Until you realize you're going to spend it alone.
That
So
sucks.
I went to sleep, hoping that the sounds of the passing eras would fade out and a sort of death might happen.
That sounds like torture, dude.
Yeah.
The world didn't sound like the place I had left, but something different. Better.
Better.
Okay.
That's good, I guess.
I always thought if I was going to live forever, I would do all these different, I don't know, occupations, hobbies. Somebody's awake.
I'm coming out. I want the world to know.
Gotta let it show.
It became worthwhile to rise again.
Oh, he's a musician.
Gods
Yeah.
were born and worshipped. Night and day, they were never alone. I would become one of them.
He'll fit right in.
Yeah.
With that goth era.
This is the time.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
jeez. I mean, he's been asleep for a while. He's probably thirsty.
Poor guy. Just hanging out on the pier.
My senses so high, they led me straight to the instrument of my resurrection.
Guess these guys don't sparkle.
Playing in my old house.
I just got that.
Seems like a very different film.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is I can't think of any other vampire-related film off the top of my head that was like very engrossed in rock music.
No.
Maybe Blade had some rock music?
It did. It was kind of like dance music more, I think, with the club scene.
Jeez. He's sauntering all sexy.
Your voice.
Who the hell are you, man?
I am the vampire Lestat. It just rolled out of my mouth.
Sure,
With
dude.
one simple sentence, I had betrayed everything about my kind, betrayed our code of secrecy.
Vampire.
Lestat.
That's funny.
Indeed. Hilarious.
That neck is looking good, girl.
Oh, so beautiful.
Oh, I thought he was going to say delicious.
Oh, God.
You're gonna kill us?
No.
He's vamping.
Dreamed of, I'm
Oh, that's dope.
yours.
That's the Spike Lee shot. Did you know that?
Is that when they zoom and push the
No.
camera?
That's the Spike Lee where they put him on the dolly and he moves with the dolly.
Oh, okay.
But from that moment on, they were my friends, my children, my band.
Wait, what?
It's time. May I present the vampire, Lestat.
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 What I remember about vampires is that you guys generally keep your identity secret.
I've hidden in the shadows for centuries. It's time to share myself with the world.
You know, give us a demonstration of your powers.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you want that.
If you like, I can give you
Okay.
a private demonstration in your
That'll
hotel.
work. Very professional.
Oh, she's liking it.
Your first and only concert's in Death Valley, just days away. Why just the one?
I don't like repeating myself.
He has such a Brendan Lee look.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm trying to resurrect a few old friends, daring them to come out.
Uh-oh.
Aren't they going to be pissed off that you're giving away their secrets?
I imagine they are.
I would say that this is crazy, that people would be this normal about it. We're in 2025.
Right.
Doesn't surprise me anymore. The way things are going.
And I think they're buying into the act. Well, they think it's an act anyway.
Oh, I don't know.
See you all in Death Valley.
It seemed like they were asking pretty serious questions.
Lestonbury.
Always goes back to England. What a property.
Right?
I
heard that Lestat keeps all these girls in his cellar, and it's really nice. But you have to let him suck you on your neck whenever he wants. Doesn't sound too bad.
Not at all.
You want some? What, me? You hungry?
How cool must it be to be so charming that you don't have to say shit?
Not a damn thing. You're about to get eaten alive, too.
Don't you want to have some fun?
Don't do that. I'm very ticklish.
He's literally having to push him back.
Y'all are so stupid. I don't know how you don't just start sinking your teeth in right away.
I don't know.
That's like 2 donuts coming at me.
Playing with his food. Oh, God.
If 2 barbecue beef brisket sandwiches were like dancing towards me, I'd be like, I gotta eat you.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be able to hold back and start crawling on the ceiling.
This is discipline here.
Yeah.
Must be on a diet. Oh, God.
Okay.
You didn't expect that? I mean, the guy's crawling on the ceiling.
It's all fun and games until he jumps down from the ceiling and eats your neck. What were you hoping for?
Come out, come out.
So what happens to the girls? Do they live forever? Or?
Well, I think they're dead because they're not in the scene anymore.
Guess so.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
I spoke too soon.
A voice calling to me
Those are creepy.
in my dreams. Same dream I've had since I was 6.
You know, if you think about it, being part of the vampire world is just a pyramid scheme. It's like you either make the cut or you get cut. She looked like a grown-up for a split second.
I think she was a grown-up, and then they're...
Okay, they swapped
Going
it out.
back, yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha. I was like, did I misread the situation here? I'm so confused.
Weird.
Sorry, but you must go. Why can't I stay with you? Please, Aunt Mara. You're bleeding.
You must be with your own.
That was close.
I only knew I was part of them and being cast out.
Okay, she is a grown-up.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, how did I?
Always be watching over you.
I want to stay with you forever.
Careful what you wish for.
Oh, you might get it.
I'm Serena Alto with MTV News. Vampire turned rocker Lestat has...
It's so casual.
Lestat himself claims to be an 18th century French nobleman who has been asleep for over 100 years. There's a sneak look at the new video, the 3rd single from the Monster debut album, Redeemer.
Hey, remember TVs with the VHS players? Oh my gosh.
I had that combo.
That takes me back. Oh, do you feel drawn?
There's something pulling at me.
It's real. He is Lestat.
Does she recognize him? Can't be. He's been asleep.
You must investigate Lestat. She's really pretty.
Yeah, she is.
Like everyone else, I assumed Lestat was a joke, a rock star with a gimmick. But then one of the phrases in one of his lyrics caught my attention.
Oh.
Okay.
Take a walk down the aisle at the end of the mile. Give your life to my charms in the Admiral's arms.
There's always some kind of dead giveaway.
Is she a teacher there?
A researcher.
It turns out in the late 1600s, there was a pub in the back streets of Mile End called the Admiral's Arms. And it had a reputation for dealing with black magic. And
Ew.
Oh, damn.
now here's where you could find the Admiral's Arms in Old London. I think that it's a vampire coven, and Lestat is leading us to it.
Did they take you seriously, or did they laugh you out of the room?
You're still an apprentice. You don't do field work.
Jesse, the Talamasca has a code. Well, it's held good for 12 centuries. We record and observe, but never interfere.
She's ambitious. She's got to do what she got to do.
Is David aware of this?
Jesse.
Is this David?
Hello, David.
Okay, I guess it's David.
I was just explaining to...
Why don't you come and see me in my office?
Oh, you're in trouble.
Whoops.
This is a real vampire coven, David, and it's right in the middle of London.
Well, the more reason to have told me first.
Look at that skeleton.
I know, I saw it too.
We know about Lestat.
Oh, they already know.
So why is he doing it? I mean, aren't you curious? Don't you think we should find out?
He's just living his best life.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have a plan.
What do you see?
Mid-1500s, Florence.
Hmm? Sir?
Dude's been around.
Yeah.
This man is in both.
He's everywhere.
Look familiar?
His name is Marius. I've been tracing him for years. The closest we've come to the original vampire. Marius himself dates back to 400 BC.
Damn.
If this dude stays in the movie, he's getting killed.
He made Lestat.
How do you know that?
Because I have Lestat's journal.
Oh.
Anytime you have like a professory person that's obsessed, they always get killed.
Je suis le vampire Lestat.
Oh, she's gonna go in deep.
It was the winter of 1788, and I was brought to a Mediterranean island by the man who made me.
Wow.
If a man is what you'd call him.
I'd give anything to just be able to sleep like that. Like,
I always fear waking up in like a weird place like this.
just actively always afraid.
You're just there, yeah.
Keeps me up at night. So this is his origin?
Yeah, the guy brought him there, if you can call him that.
Almost looks like a saint.
Lestat, welcome.
Oh, that's the guy in the painting.
Yeah.
I am unknowable by nature, but you may call me Marius. I doubt they'll find you, Lord de Lioncourt. You're a long way from home.
Oh, God.
Oh, what? Can you imagine? Oh.
There's no getting out.
Eesh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I thought he got bit already. Okay.
I thought so, too.
Oh, now you're in the club.
And so it begins.
The future hastens, an age beyond my antique reason. You will help me understand these times. That's why I chose you.
To be the COO of Vampire Enterprises, man. What the hell?
Drink.
All right.
Okay. Oh, that's what makes him live. He drinks his blood.
His reaction was so real, though. He was like, no thanks.
You sure about this? I like that collar. He's really loving that blood.
No more. No more.
He said no more.
No more!
Feeling weak here.
Oh, his colors come back to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Might be a threat now. Oh, that didn't sit well.
Whoa.
That was fast.
It's only your body that dies.
Just your body.
More.
Okay.
He's got the thirst.
I impressed my maker with my thirst for things. He set out to educate me in the unknown, taught me all about the world, its hidden history, and about myself.
Oh, damn.
When you feed, you must hold back from the moment of death. You must never take the last drop, or it will draw you in and you will die.
Wow.
Good to know.
Their blood that we take into us carries with it life, their life, their knowledge.
I guess it's like eating an apple.
I guess.
You don't want to eat the center.
No, you don't eat that.
My senses run amok, like a newborn child. And as for my new powers, I was beside myself with the pleasure of it all.
Come on, we've stayed long enough.
But we've spoken to no one.
A vampire's life is a life of discretion.
Why must we hide, Marius? We are the powerful. We are the immortal. We should walk fearless in the open, no?
Gotta stay in the shadows, man.
Oh, is this how he comes by the instrument?
Looks that way.
We're vulnerable during the day. Mortals must never know about us, for the sake of all our kind.
What, so I could never know her?
Not unless you wanted to kill her.
Oh, man. That's a conundrum.
Wow.
So I could never be known?
You must be dead to the world.
He's so known now.
Come on. Time to leave.
He's like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Go on ahead.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
He's drawn into like a moth to a flame.
Yeah.
I told you. Dead to the world.
I just told you. What?
Oh, that's fun.
I guess he already knew how to play.
I love that they just happen to have an extra instrument.
Right? The other guy's using the bathroom.
He's destroying them.
Shredding.
Oh, because...
he's got that super speed now.
Yeah.
Oh, they know. Oh, now you gotta die.
You messed up, Lestat.
Oh, man.
You must! Playing that thing like Marty McFly playing Johnny Be Good. Oh, damn.
Just throw him on the pile.
We must remain in the shadows. You still have a few lingering mortal emotions. They'll serve you no good, my friend.
That's a cool carving in the violin there.
Forgive me.
I find it interesting where they feel bad, because like they don't feel bad about eating the other people, but he feels bad about these people.
I think because he hasn't killed anyone yet until this one.
For nights and days I played, furious that I would never again partake of the simple joys of the world. I was meant for more than this.
Oh.
What's under there?
The hell?
Something beckons. Secret room? Secret
Maybe.
door? Perhaps a queen?
What is this? Oh.
Oh boy.
Definitely a secret room.
This whole time.
You didn't notice that outline in the painting? Damn. Gotta be a prisoner down there.
Well, I imagine this is where Aaliyah comes into the picture.
Maybe. Oh, jeez.
Oh, back to the beginning.
How did he unlock that?
It's got such an Egyptian quality to the whole thing. Like,
Right.
even the little
It's a
round
sphinx.
thing had that sort of Eye of Ra look to it.
Got a couple of sphinx here. Oh, there she is.
She's ready to wake up.
Would you like me to play for you?
That's what woke her up.
Oh, is it?
Oh, God.
She woke up because she's like, please stop. No, I like the music, though. I'm, like, excited about the effect of her waking up.
Yeah.
Oh, there she
went
is.
straight to it.
Wow.
That's freaky.
She's like those dudes painted in gold on the park benches, just waiting to prank people.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's a cool effect.
I wonder how they did this.
I mean, it looks like at least some of it's body paint, obviously.
You think so? Because it's.
I think when
she's
her hand
so
turned
still.
over.
Okay, that makes sense.
But this looks like a prop.
I guess it's fleshy.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Being taken even further back.
Back to the beginning. Oh, he knows.
Is he getting all the memories?
Yeah, I think he's getting it all.
What have you done?
You idiot.
Well, you didn't warn him about the room. So
No.
What did you think was going to happen?
Wasn't that well hidden.
No! I don't think so, my little lord.
Let me go.
No.
His face.
I love how he said that.
Her blood is like liquid fire. Who is she?
The queen.
Of the damned.
She's your mother.
What?
She's my mother.
Oh, the mother of vampires.
Mother of all.
Akasha, the queen of all who are damned. And he's her king. Akasha and Enkel nearly drank this earth dry when they ruled over Egypt.
Without her mate beside her, she also lost hers. They became living statues. She has no respect for anything except for the taste of blood, human and immortal alike.
Oh, all of you.
Damn.
He broke out of that real quick.
She made you quite powerful.
You'll not stop me.
Oh, God.
In all the years I've cared for them, not once have they moved.
Until tonight, and she chose me.
I chose you.
Where are you going? Marius!
That's crazy that she'll eat both humans and immortals.
No discretion. So what is he going to do now? Put her back? Or is she just dormant again?
Oh, is this a dream?
Marius?
Marius is like, I'm out of here.
That door's still open.
Oh!
Cleared out. Prop department took it all.
That was it.
Many times
Funding ran
since
out.
I have called to Marius, but there was no answer.
Oh, he moved it.
Just the endless procession of days, months, years.
Did he move it? Or did
Yeah.
they? Oh.
My teacher left me to my darkest lesson, that in the end, we
Too
are
much
alone,
of a temptation.
and there is nothing but the cold, dark wasteland of eternity.
Now you know.
She's like, I need a sequel to this book. Okay, so she's read his diary. What happens when she encounters him?
I don't
David
know.
thought the
Read
journal
your
would
diary,
satisfy my curiosity, but it only made me want to know more.
Okay.
There you go.
I had to go back to the Admiral's arms. I had no choice.
You were warned. You were warned. They said stay away.
Yeah. This is the Coven, right? The vampire Coven.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's got like
mercy.
Smeagol eyes.
No thanks. She's gonna walk in behind them.
Yeah, like trying to exit a parking lot.
Right.
Without
I'm with them.
Without the ticket.
They probably smell her human blood, I would think.
She's gonna look right
Yeah,
at
maybe
her.
she knows because it's a part of her history somehow.
Don't look sus.
I see you.
Oh God.
God.
Hi.
Come here often.
All the time.
Where's your fangs, girl?
Is that an invitation?
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm taken.
I don't think you understand.
Where is your host?
Oh, he's here somewhere.
Sure.
Dan, you're stupid. You were so dumb.
His host.
What was the plan?
Marius.
Sorry. Don't know the guy.
What?
Oh,
they
that's a
got
cool-
his ear. That is a cool
That's
shot.
Cool shot.
So unless you've got him in a bottle somewhere.
You know you're brave joking like that. I wish you could meet him.
And why is that?
Because you might learn something.
She's got some balls.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ooh, that's dangerous, man.
Yo. I mean.
Going somewhere? In fact, you might even.
Well, I think we know what's gonna happen.
I think so. Anytime now. There he is. Oh, God. And he's an ultra powerful one.
Yeah. Well, he's got the queen's blood
Yeah.
coursing his veins.
Just disappear into the distance.
Hey, Am's great.
Boo.
Like a pack of coyotes. Out.
All right, let's see if you're telling the truth, lady.
You should be more careful.
Thanks.
For what?
You saved me.
For now.
Yeah, for myself.
So, you know Marius.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know a lot of things.
Go.
Not how to stay alive, apparently.
Well, I guess we have that in common.
I know all about you.
Does she know who he is?
Although I
Yeah, I
think
think
I'm
so.
a little ahead of the race here.
Well, I can
Yeah, because she saw his music video.
Your song Redeemer, it's about the girl with the violin, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Who told you?
And what else do you think you know?
I,
You're shaking.
Cold.
It's just chilly out.
Tell me more about me.
You want.
What do I want?
The Queen's blood.
You yearn.
What do I yearn?
Ouchie, 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 ouchie.
Ah!
Do I yearn?
To walk with the living? Out of the cold dark sun of eternity.
Well, that makes you a very clever librarian.
Lestat, I know something that's not in your journal.
What?
You still have the violin, don't you? No, I understand.
Huh.
After all, it's only human.
How dare you call me human? She is too brave, man.
Brave or stupid. Like,
you're right about that.
I guess she had a sort of a plan when she walked in there.
I don't know what that plan was.
To get his attention.
See him.
She wanted his attention. She got it.
I guess it worked.
There we have it.
Mm-hmm.
Clever librarian.
Is it me or do all the vampires look a little de-aged?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think they're using lens filters on there.
So I noticed the lips and everything are sharp.
Listen to me very, very carefully now. Lestat has told the world that vampires live among us. They are furious, and they'll all be at the concert trying to kill him.
She's hypnotized.
Obsessed with him.
Enthralled.
I mean, but that's part of their magic. They're almost like sirens.
Right.
I'm worried about you, Jesse.
Can you please not worry about me? Please, I'm gonna be okay, and I'll check in.
He's not gonna be okay, though.
Hollywood. Okay. Oh, old friend. Hey.
Oh.
Lestat.
You haven't aged a day.
It is good to see you, Lestat.
And you?
Where the hell were you?
Still wearing the old fashions, I see.
Fashion comes in cycles. Yeah.
It's back.
What are you trying to prove, Lestat?
Oh, please. It's a little too late to come over all paternal now, Marius. 200 years.
Jeez, that's a long nap.
It may be time to get ready for some company.
What's that supposed to
Oh, bringing some people back.
Your music's woken a very old friend.
There it is.
Can't you hear it? Or is the applause all we can hear now?
He's feeling it. Oh, God. You all right there?
That just spooked me.
Oh, jeez. What happened to his neck?
Well, she was so hungry she ate the statue.
I guess.
She has taken the king's blood. Absorbed his power.
Oh, damn. The king is no more.
Let her come.
Cancel the concert.
Never.
In any movie or show, when someone told someone to cancel something, have they ever?
Never.
They always proceed forward.
It is our heritage we protect.
Such reverence for mortals.
You can't handle her, man.
Then you should have left me as one.
See ya. That's cool.
Nice.
Do they just play his music videos 24/7 there?
I love the way they look at each other. I don't even know how to describe that.
It's like obsessive and, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. And creepy at the same time.
Yeah, it's like... Oh,
there she is.
The queen is back. I wonder if everyone stopped in their tracks.
Uh-huh.
She's seeing donuts everywhere.
Oh, yeah. She wants to feast.
Scent is fade. He was here too long ago.
You like him, do you?
He reminds me of someone.
The effect with her voice is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a cross between the Dune voice from the more recent Dune films.
Yeah.
And the Borg from Star Trek.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's slightly echoey.
Yo. How do y'all like it?
Oh.
When you make vampires...
Your beating heart.
When you make vampires recoil...
You know you're doing something. Oh, my God.
Dude.
That's power.
Okay, that's when you just walk away. You're like, she just did that.
What do you do? How do you fight that?
You don't. Does she walk out?
Of course.
I was wondering how they were going to do that.
That was real, of course.
Well, there's definitely like real elements going on. I don't know how they pulled that off. Maybe they just kind of merged it.
It looks like some kind of overlay.
Not only had the concert sold out among the living, it seemed all the undead were coming too.
Jodie Foster down there in her car somewhere. He's in contact?
Contact?
Yeah.
Very long time ago.
Do you have anything else to say to the other vampires listening out there?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Come out, wherever you are. They wanted me dead. Let them try.
That's a vampire prerequisite. You have to look like that
You gotta
all
look
the
like
time.
all Cro-Magnum. Like, oh, she's in the den now.
Uh-huh.
I'm your biggest fan.
Man, he's really rocking that Brandon Lee look.
Boo.
Boo back.
Lestat, I came all the way from Tarzana.
The traffic was horrible.
A London goth. I see. It's funny. I would have pegged you for a Telemascan.
Telemask?
I'm an Episcopalian.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm a Buddhist.
I'm a Buddhist.
Roger, would you take our little Episcopalian back to church?
I guess he doesn't.
Sure. Sweetheart, come on.
What?
Come on. Come on.
Oh, I got confused. I always get confused between Episcopalian and pescatarian.
very, very different. I think Episcopalians still eat fish, though.
So you come all this way just to return this to me? Out of the goodness of your heart?
I want you to show me what it's like.
What is like exactly?
They always ask that.
To be like you.
I don't have time for this.
You ever heard the phrase curiosity killed the cat?
Yeah. Or made the cat live forever?
Right. The covens are coming for you. How are you going to spend what may be your last night on Earth, Lestat, as you always have? Alone?
Why not?
Oh, he's got the queen.
Why not share it with me?
Oh, she's falling for him, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I guess you're right. They are doing some kind of filter in post-production.
See it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe painful for a mortal.
I mean, the whole thing is that vampires are supposed to look like super young.
Forever.
I thought that was a pool of blood, or at least it's supposed to look like it.
Do you trust
I missed it.
We got some kind of an effect coming, don't we?
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, I guess he's just showing her what it's like.
Man. I mean, now, okay. If I could, like, hook up with someone that could, like, take me around the city like Superman, I'll be your Lois Lane.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I mean, just think about it. Never, ever have to deal with TSA ever again.
Nope. Straight to where you want to go.
Marius was right. But I never understood until I met you.
What do you mean?
You're beautiful to me because you're human. Your heart. Even as you think it's breaking. All that seems suddenly more precious than anything I've ever known.
Well, he's falling for her.
I'm not as precious as you think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What are you doing? Why?
Do it. Let me be with you. Let me know everything.
Gosh.
She really fell hard for this guy.
Oh, you want to know everything? Come then. I'll show you.
Let me show you the bad shit.
The restraint that vampires must employ daily is insane to me. I cannot say no to a donut. I just can't.
It's like the donut says eat me, too.
Exactly. Oh.
What is it? What are we doing?
Oh.
He wants to preserve you, but
guys
not
are
these
goners.
folks.
Yeah. Come on, man. They're a couple.
It's wild to me that that one bench is the one that's lit.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's another vampire.
Hello.
Is it?
Oh, you didn't see me. Why do you... I guess Lestat is like the top dog.
Yeah, he's pretty powerful, I guess, still. You know she's freaked out after seeing that. Oh, God. She was. This is what's going to happen to you.
Now you see. Are you ready?
Yeah, psych. I was just messing around.
I just wanted to fly a little bit.
No. Of course you don't.
Also, she's going to have to do that to people.
Right, exactly.
Forever. I guess if you were like a good vampire, you could just do it to horrible people and not feel bad about it.
Worked up out there. All right, hey girls, come on.
Come on, girls. Out of the way.
He didn't cancel the concert. I guess all of these people are going to turn into barbecue.
It's going to be a feeding frenzy for sure.
Golly.
Damn! God.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get cooked.
Oh, my God,
Like,
dude.
literally.
Hello, David.
Oh, it's going to be him?
I'm gonna show you my new painting sometime.
He's aware of you? Can you imagine?
Oh, that's scary. Jeez. You guys don't stand out at all. They're not even moving.
Wow, look at the size of that crowd.
Easy.
I wonder how they did this. I don't think they really got all these extras.
It's likely some extras, and then they...
Well, either that,
duplicated.
or it's a real concert, and they just, like, hopped in there.
It could be. I think those wide shots, though, I'm not sure.
This is insane, dude. What if it's an effect? This is an excellent effect.
Yeah. I remember when I was young in the early 2000s, I did a lot of extra work, like crowd work, and they would have us here and then move us there.
That's dope.
They're coming for you.
You know what they have to do for that? Like, the actor has to hold absolutely still, and they shoot it at, like, 1 frame a second.
Can't move.
So when you play it back at 24, it has that speed up effect.
That's crazy. She knows. They're coming. You know, the audience is like, this is great.
Oof.
Oh, wow. Skewered.
Just keep playing. Keep playing.
Don't stop.
Come on. If the violinists on the Titanic could keep going, so can you. Oh,
your
crushed
buddy.
his neck.
I'm with you, bro.
Nice. That was actually a martial arts thing that he did.
I mean, he's been around for a while. He's probably learned a few styles.
Why don't you all go at the same time?
I know, right? Classic movie.
Whoa, okay. Now they're surrounded.
Oh,
here
the
she
queen
is.
cometh.
Akasha.
Oh, that's an entrance.
Yo.
Here we go, the queen.
Coming up like...
My God,
like
she's
a Disney ice skating show, man.
She is going to feast. Want to be my king? Oh, she's jelly.
She's like, that's my man.
Akasha.
Why so surprised, my love? You called, I've come. Never fear me, Lestat. All your wishes have come true.
My wishes.
For a
I
companion.
have no idea where this movie's headed.
I don't know. I thought there was going to be some feasting going on.
You're bold, like your music. You live your life in the open, like I did. Long ago. When I had a king.
Had a king?
He's no more.
Yeah.
Now you are.
You're the new king now.
Yeah. I got tired of him.
Her crown and the way they did her hair looks dope.
Yeah.
I know you, Lestat.
Say my name again. I like how you say it.
And I've come to give it to you.
Where are we?
We are home.
What?
We live everywhere and anywhere we choose. The world is our garden.
Yo, what'd I tell you?
Whoever comes after her is never going to be able to top that.
All these years, I'd hoped this place was real. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm home.
How did she get there?
Strange that this journey should lead me here. This place that's haunted my dreams.
What's in her dress?
I thought it was a stain, but I think it's like
Oh, it's a
flowers or
design.
something.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Be with your own. I'll always be watching over you.
Wow. Is that the bloodline?
It's like a family tree with roots.
Forever is a very long time.
Oh, hey. Reunion.
And Marguerite,
She's tall.
You haven't aged, you haven't changed at all.
This is moisturizer.
I was once a mortal too. I bore a child before Akasha took me. I took care of that child. And her children. And her children's children. This is our family. My way of coping with eternity. You are what keeps me connected to the world of the living.
Oh.
When your parents died, I brought you here to take care of you. Now is not the time. You were seeking answers and now you found them.
That place does not look like it has AC.
The family.
It does not.
They're in the desert.
They're in the Mojave.
It's the first place my brain goes to, man. It's comforts. You know?
Better get out of there.
Oh, is he a daywalker now?
Is he?
Well, it looks like there's sunlight. He hasn't seen it in forever.
Yeah. I think you might be right. Oh, yeah. What?
You know, I just thought about it. The body of a vampire makes total sense because they're basically always doing the keto diet.
They're always leaned out.
They're always fasting and then eating protein and then fasting.
That's true. And of course, they're super pale. They're never out in the sunlight. Damn.
Hungry?
Yeah.
I guess you can't eat them now that they're gone.
Well,
what the hell?
leftovers.
Oh, shit.
She has been busy.
What I tell you, man? She's eating all the pigs in the farm.
Drinking my blood allows you to live in the light.
Ah.
And soon the sun will no longer sting your eyes. This is but a taste of what we shall share.
She didn't leave him a single French fry.
Nothing.
Like, nothing to eat.
My king. Behold our
He's like, but I'm hungry though.
Kingdom of corpses? Why?
Why not?
This is why you have risen.
They believed in nothing. Now they are nothing. You and I, we will change all that. We will give the world something to believe in again.
I don't know, man. If I saw daylight for the first time in 300 years, I'd be like all in. like Amway.
Yeah.
Or Herbalife. Like, you got me.
Since my mortal death, I have
That's what that root system is.
I have
The
guided
pyramid.
Yeah, right, the pyramid scheme.
Oh, it's that guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a vampire.
Got it.
This is why we must fight Akasha, for the sake of your great family.
The world we know is about to end. The only way to prevent this is through Akasha's destruction.
But how?
When she opens herself to give blood, she's vulnerable.
Whoever takes the last of her blood will not survive it.
What about Lestat?
The blonde guy who hasn't said anything yet, he looks like a discount Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah, okay. They got to drain her dry. Who's going to do it? I'm here.
That's dope. I'd love to walk in and there's just like smoke
my blood to see you all
from nowhere.
Plotting against me.
Akasha.
Marguerite,
Oh, we're talking about something else.
you will address my king first.
What has she done to you?
Lestat, step aside.
Never.
The world has changed since you reigned.
Then we shall change it back. Humans are animals.
That's big coming from the person eating people.
The destruction can only make sense.
We found other ways to coexist.
Oh, yes, in silence. and shadows and shame, and for what? For respect of mortals.
She's basically Magneto.
They are nothing to us.
Yeah.
They are merely food.
Akasha. Yeah, she looks at
You
the
think
food.
you can change my views? Enough of this discussion.
He's got a belly full of Kool-Aid now.
All right.
Join me or die.
I will not.
Oh, come on,
I
be
will
careful.
not.
I will not. I will
Ugh. There's no real plan.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Then prove it. Kill her.
Oh.
She's nothing.
Come on.
Just the same.
What are you gonna do, man?
I'd like for you to kill her.
She could easily turn all these people into overdone marshmallows.
Yeah.
Anything to challenge
Just
me, man.
testing his loyalty.
Oh. Like, do they have any way to fight against that power?
No, it's all right, Aunt Margaret.
They just have to drain her, but how are they gonna do that?
It's what I want.
How sweet.
If he turns her into a vampire, my question is, does she become super powerful like them?
That's a good question because he has her blood in him now.
Man, everybody feels it.
Yep. The whole bloodline. Now then she has to get some of his blood, right?
That's right.
To stay alive.
That's right. Just like he took some of Aaliyah's wrist.
Yeah. You gotta bite your lip or something, man.
Oh no, they definitely gave her like some kind of golden thing.
Remember your real
good.
family. Or join hers.
Now,
What?
give me my crown.
Spoken like a true king. Come.
She likes when he throws around
I know.
that alpha attitude.
Okay.
You see how he obeys. You will,
Is he gonna
or you will
overthrow
all
her?
die. That is enough, Lestat.
Gonna suck her dry.
Okay, just keep going. Keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going. Keep going.
That's the only way.
That is enough, Lestat.
Oh, God. Oh, here they come.
There we go.
That was too easy. Oh, they got in.
Just hold her hands down so she can't do anything.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that could be all of you if you're not careful.
Yeah, better be careful. Hurry, suck, 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 suck. Ooh. Toasty.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
Once you get thrown, it's over. Better hang on.
Oh, he's not too bad. Her power's
okay.
weakening. Go.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. Keep going. Keep going.
Now they're getting strong. She's like, I'll just sit back here and watch just in case.
You kill me. You kill yourself.
Oh, really?
Oh. Oh, that's right, because they said the last person to suck her dry dies.
Her power is weaker. Come on, dude.
I'll take one for the team.
Wait, Lestat. You must stop.
How is she still standing? She's saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Yep, she's saying goodbye.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Oh, wow. Ha ha.
That was ambitious, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine they probably spent like 6 months to a year on that shot.
Probably. It's a pretty long shot.
Wait, what? Oh, she's became a statue.
She drank Akasha's last drop.
Oh.
She took Akasha's death into herself.
Yeah, that's how she killed her.
Yeah, you didn't notice?
She's not dead. She sleeps.
Gotta play the violin, man.
That's a pretty good pose to go out on.
Yeah.
And sleep.
Could be worse. Oh, it's still, I guess there's still enough time.
He made it to the end of the movie.
Amazing. And then he falls down the stairs.
Trucks.
I'm sure they thought that.
Hello?
Right behind you.
There
Oh.
Oh.
Is that Lestat?
That's Lestat, because her hair is straight.
Oh my God. Jesse.
Hello, David.
Oof.
Oh, you see little teeth?
The teeth.
David, this is Lestat.
I have something for you. I believe that you wanted this back.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
His journal? Oh, so she got it from him.
Can I ask?
What's it like?
Yes.
Let me show you.
Do you want to find out?
No, I'm too old to live forever.
Well, if you ever change your mind. So this is goodbye.
Yes.
It's like, all we got to do was.
Fist bump? Yeah.
I don't know. You get older, you feel your knees. Like, why not turn into a vampire?
That was a good line. I'm too old to live forever.
You're gonna go upstairs? Eat?
I'm gonna go eat him, though. Oh, man.
Well, we don't know.
Nah. Oh, do we? My biggest fan.
He either recruits him or eats him.
Oh, God. Yeah, imagine you're like 95 and you get turned to a vampire. That would kind of suck. I mean, if you're like kind of decrepit, but I guess it also heals you kind of, right? So
I'm just admiring this shot.
Oh, it's great.
Because, like, for back then.
Oh, yeah. So this had to be after 2001.
Well, let's find out. Oh, 2002.
2002. 23 years ago.
Well, dang. Well, damn.
I feel old.
Saying,
that was a different take.
Yeah. Well, damn.
On a vampire
Queen of the Damned.
thing. Yep.
That was an interesting film. It's definitely clunky. It's got entertainment value to it.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more Aaliyah. Am I saying her name right?
You said it. You got it.
Okay. I was hoping for more Aaliyah because, to me, that's how the film was sold. It's like, it's literally called Queen of the Damned. In the marketing that I remember from the commercials, I saw her a lot. It
was all her.
Yeah. And so for her to be in the film as little as she is was a little surprising.
Mm-hmm.
The way she went out, while that effect of the camera going around her was pretty ambitious and cool looking, it seemed pretty anticlimactic insofar as she shows up and then she's like getting chewed out, literally. There wasn't a whole lot of action that went down.
Not a lot.
But I guess it's fine. Like, the film was doing some pretty creative stuff for 2002. That was like that, if I can dare say, like the golden era of visual effects being explored in a way that was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Between, we had Star Wars coming back in the late 90s, along with Titanic and Matrix in 99. Lord of the Rings was in this same pocket of time. Like, when we were seeing some really ambitious stuff. And then, that shot. It makes sense with that era where it's like, oh, you could still kind of tell it's animation, but it's a cool idea.
It is cool.
We were really exploring a lot of cool ideas in this era, and I was enjoying that aspect of it. I was enjoying the sort of time capsule that the film was for the attitude, the style, the music, and the effects. So there was definitely,
all of that.
there's definitely entertainment value to it. I'm not as well versed in the vampire lore as, say, Achara, but for my little knowledge of vampire lore, I had fun with that aspect of things.
Yeah, there were certain things that they didn't play into, which was fine. I mean, we didn't see any of the steak stuff, wooden steak,
true.
garlic.
Nothing about Christianity or the cross.
Yeah, the cross, the mirror. It was just focused on more him and that whole story with her, Lestat. Yeah. Lestat, sorry.
Yeah.
I like that they drew out her death, though. It could have been, really quick. She could have just turned to whatever, dust or whatever, and just been gone. But they did. It was ambitious. They did that long shot. I like the transition of her going really dark, her teeth and everything. That was a pretty cool shot to me. I enjoyed that. But the thing that I didn't like was they didn't really have a plan so much as they just talked about it like a few minutes before she showed up, like, how are we going to kill her? We just have to drain her dry, but somebody's going to die. Then she shows up. That was a little fast to me.
Yeah, I mean, Honestly, the way the plot was structured, I wonder if this is just like a thing with vampire stories because, and now forgive me for saying such a thing if that's blasphemous, but when I watched Twilight, it was a similar feeling. It's like the film was just sort of like meandering in the romance of vampirism and the look of the vampire life through the eyes of a human who's so entranced by it, who finds it so romantic and enticing and wants to be part of that world, like Ariel looking up at the humans. And then like out of nowhere, the bad guys show up, and then before you know it, the bad guys are like, there's a fight.
Right.
You know, and the movie ends. You know, the only difference between this and Twilight is she actually becomes a vampire here.
Yeah, there were some similarities there for sure. Even though I don't really remember watching Twilight so much. My wife watched it a long time ago. Anyway, but I do remember that the main girl wanted to be a vampire really bad so that she could be with the guy forever, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it was similar in that way for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole notion of this vampire living amongst humans and becoming part of a goth metal band is actually a really novel idea. Like, I can't say I've ever seen that anywhere else. And I actually really dig that because you think about that pocket of time of when that music was really hot, or, you know, when it was still like really big in the zeitgeist. And where else would a vampire hang out, honestly?
Yeah,
like,
you could relatively blend in relatively well.
Yeah.
You know, you could have your own style, your normal style that you would generally wear, your pasty, or you're hanging out at night.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. The thing is, like, also, if you're a vampire, you have all these different personalities that are vampires, right? And it has to suck that you have to stay to yourself in the shadows all the time, especially if you're the personality that would relish in some of that glory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to see someone who really wanted that.
Right.
Yeah, which was different.
I'm a little surprised they didn't show us the Viper Room. They were all up in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
they were right down the street from it.
It's like that is a place where they play rock music.
Yeah,
because like
John Depp's place.
Yeah, like how far was it from that Ralph's? I don't even, geographically, I'm all confused.
Not that far.
Yeah.
I saw the Sahara Inn over there.
Okay.
Which means it's right a couple blocks away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I saw all the goth people lining up and the Ralphs in the background, I'm like, are we going to the Viper Room? You know,
that would have made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know the Viper Room, that's a club on it's on Sunset, right?
I think so.
Johnny Depp is a part owner of that, if he is still. But it's kind of that vibe.
Sunset. Yeah. It must have been the Viper Room, dude.
It could have been.
That must have been where they were lining up, and they just didn't show up for some. I don't know why you wouldn't. Let me see. Now I'm just too damn curious. Here's the Viper Room. Oh, yeah. Ralph's is over here somewhere.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ralph's is over here, and the Viper Room is way over here. So no, they weren't next to the Viper Room at all. Yeah, I mean, I used to work in that city, and so how I met M. Night Shyamalan was it was an event. They were promoting a trailer for him and his daughter. He was releasing a film, the one he had with it's about the serial killer who's got the and they're at a music concert.
Trap.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then his daughter.
Also recently.
Yes, his daughter was releasing a film at the same time. It was called The Summer of Shyamalan. That was the event, and so that's how I met him and his daughter. It was right by that spot. Vampire films are always interesting for me, or vampire stuff in general, because I always admire the commitment of the actors in these stories. Because I had one experience that sort of dealt with strange stuff. And that experience was I was helping to shoot a trailer for what's his name who played Darth Maul? Something Park?
Oh, Ray
Park. Yeah, so I forgot his first name for a split second there. He was a really cool guy, but my friend was basically shooting a movie trailer to pitch him as the star in this film that he wrote. And there was this sequence where we're all supposed to be acting kind of like, I don't know if it was werewolves, but animalistic.
Yeah.
And I was just feeling very self-conscious about it. I don't know why. But like
it's very different than everyday life or even acting. You don't do that much.
Yeah. And so when I'm watching them do like their vampire isms and stuff like that and really committing, as silly as it might look, I admire it because it does take a degree of confidence or letting go of yourself to totally be that person and believe that you are that person and acting in this particular nature. You know?
And there aren't, it's not like you have real vampires to go on. I mean, you have vampires from movies to go on how you think you should act.
Right.
So there's a little bit of creative development involved there in how you should be, too. So that's tough to just put out there, you know?
Right. So Lestat is a character that is known from other vampire stuff. And so, this is this interpretation of it, obviously, him continuing on and living amongst the commoners of today. I still really like that idea a lot.
And I didn't know that.
The whole thing with the press I found fascinating because what we will accept today is interesting because there's so much that goes into it. And I wonder if we've always been kind of like this or if we're just like domesticated animals now because we have so much that keeps us satisfied or distracted anyway, like between your phone and video games and, doomsday scrolling on Instagram. Like there's so much that just keeps us kind of like in our seat that we just sort of accept anything and we don't really fight. Things that seem really absurd, we just sort of go along with it. Whatever, it's cool. And with all that's going on in the world, it's like you'd think that there'd be a lot more of a rebellion from people, and it's just like, we got to be at our job. It's like it's a Tuesday. I don't really feel like having a rebellion today. And so the idea of Lestat being out there in the world and people just being curious and asking questions, it's like journalism is a tricky conversation, but I can totally see journalists asking questions legitimately, going, okay, so, and taking it seriously. And it's like, you're talking to a murderer. You're talking to someone who it kills people because when he eats them, they don't stay alive unless he turns them into a vampire.
Exactly, yeah.
And so I just found that whole aspect of it quite fascinating, is the short of it.
Yeah. When I was watching it, I got the impression that, obviously we've never had any proof of any real vampires around, right? So I feel like they're kind of playing into it. Mm-hmm. Like maybe they don't totally believe it because there's not really any proof that he was doing anything as far as like being a vampire.
I guess so.
Because there was something that she said later in the film where it alluded to the thought that maybe the press was just kind of not really believing what he was saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't remember exactly what she said.
It's interesting how this film didn't, I'm trying to figure out the right way to put it. I guess it's not as good of a movie, but I remember after The Crow, like Brandon Lee became immortalized as the Crow, much like Heath Ledger became immortalized as Joker, right? It's like Heath Ledger's got a whole library of roles, a whole host of movies he's done that are like very strong, noteworthy roles, but Joker is how he's immortalized, whether it's because it's his last film or because it was the one that like the most amount of people saw.
Also, we hadn't seen the Joker really played like that.
Sure.
So he really stood out.
Sure. Yeah. But Heath Ledger took on what I could only describe as a James Dean effect. Mm-hmm. And so likewise with Brandon Lee and The Crow, it's like when you think of Brandon Lee, you automatically think of The Crow.
Right.
And like he got killed on that set. It makes sense, I suppose. But it's also probably the role that most people, no one remembers like the Tokyo Showdown or Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Rage or Showdown
Rapid Fire. Like no one remembers those other films that he's done.
That's why he almost didn't get that role as Eric Draven as the Crow because the only thing they knew him from was Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yeah.
And they were worried that it was going to become too martial artsy and not have the same effect that it ended up having.
Right.
But then after they met Brandon Lee and saw what he wanted to bring to the role, that's when they were like, oh, this is our guy.
Yeah. But when I think of Aaliyah, that's her name, right?
Yeah, you said it.
I'm always going to check myself.
You got it.
I think of Romeo Must Die. I don't think of this. And I guess all I'm trying to say in a long-winded kind of way is it's interesting that this did not, unless I'm just not paying attention, this did not seem to have the same sort of James Dean effect with Aaliyah that The Crow did for Brandon Lee, or
it could have been the amount of time that she was in the film too. It wasn't like she was able to get the whole film. She showed up in parts. She was probably maybe in a third of the film.
Right. That's true. That's true.
But that image of her, I do think about quite often. Her in that kind of
just while you're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs. Damn, that image, dude.
I mean, it's not a bad image.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of this movie, I always just think of that, whenever it's mentioned or popped up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to go back to it, one thing I really, really appreciate about this pocket of time is we had this interesting thing going on. It was before we crossed the threshold of we can literally do anything we want. And you're genuinely only limited by your imagination. Because now we're in this era where it's like, you can literally do anything you want.
Yeah.
And you were only bound by whatever you can think of, right? But at that time, there was still this limit. And so we had to get creative. And I think that it was such a cool era of like, can we pull this off? Like, how do we pull this off? You know, that shot of the bar, the vampire, I forgot what they called it, the Craven or
the Coven.
The Coven.
Coven, yeah.
When she was coming out and it was all engulfed in flames and stuff like that. That was such an ambitious shot. And while there was an element to it that looked ropey, I loved that shot because to me, that was a bunch of human beings coming together to try to figure out how to pull this shit off. This really complicated shot, and like nothing like that had really been done at that time.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? And it actually looked pretty good for that era.
Yeah, and I mean, what other way could you get that shot exactly like that without doing it the way that they did?
Yeah.
The guys coming out before her that rolled out, when I was watching it, I said, that kind of looks practical. But maybe it wasn't, but it was really, really good.
Yeah, you had stunt guys there who were wet.
They were
whatever it's
they were really on fire. But when she came out, that was a good shot.
Yeah.
And like, how else would you get that shot?
Right. Yeah. Well, it's definitely comped with multiple layers, but what was neat about it was the shot kept going, right? Yeah. And so back then, that was neat. Because like now, it's like you see it all the time where they stitch things together. Like 1917, I think, was the pinnacle of that. And now I don't really want it anymore. Although I saw some shots in The Fall Guy that were pretty impressive where I didn't notice the stitching. But in that particular shot, like how they layered it together and it just continued on. I'm like, that looks so cool. Like, I have no idea what exactly went into that, but they did a damn good job with it.
From what I remember, it was one shot from the guys on fire back to the door too. So that prior to that too, it was a continuous shot.
Exactly. So it was pretty ambitious. The way she went out, where she was getting smoked or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
You always had to have a shot like that back then, with like the Mummy or whatever. Or if you think, you look at the end of The Matrix after Neo jumps inside of Agent Smith and explodes him. You always had to have a thing where that was very epic like that, and then that crescendo with the music before the enemy exploded or dithered away into dust.
Right.
And so that's why it's like a nice time capsule of like what we used to have all the time.
Yeah, no, it really is. You're right. It was the music together with just the way they were dressed, and then the special effects. It all kind of fit together.
Yeah. The set design was interesting in this movie, with the way Lestat's like his mansion looked.
It's the one with the red pillows, the one in Hollywood.
One. Yeah. I was like, all right, those are choices. I like to think that oftentimes when the set decorator's making or whoever is in charge of like deciding on these things, it's like that it's not just like a cool thing, but there's like something informing the character. I couldn't necessarily extract anything from what his character was supposed to be feeling or being in that moment, because like you had these maybe it just speaks to the gothic attitude, but you had these gothic sort of like faces, just like almost like a bust, but without the chest, sitting on the mantle, and I'm like, what is that? Why? Like, what is that for exactly?
Yeah, maybe just mood, but still, there's no explanation behind it, I did like that he was sleeping in a coffin, though. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Tempur-Pedic coffin.
Yeah. Sleep number.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it was just buying into the whole gothic scene, and that's mostly what it was. It's sort of a love of that world and that nature, and like, what would they do?
It makes sense. Even if he wasn't a vampire, maybe someone who's really into that would have those types of statues around their place. Possibly.
I guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
I suppose. I should ask my sister. She's pretty into gothic stuff, and I haven't ever seen anything like that. I'm trying to like just figure out on the fly the overlap between all the things and like the actual gothic nature. I mean, between the music and the look and the locations and just sort of the energy, it definitely felt like whoever was in charge of either writing or producing or directing, whatever, definitely had a love for that scene.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like it was for that audience.
Right.
And mainly them.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, a lot of the movie was like that too. And like you said, I mean, vampire culture and gothic kind of can mesh together really easily.
It goes together, yeah. Did they explain in the movie why he was asleep for 200 some years? It seemed like there was some...
I think he was bored. It sounded like he was, in the beginning when they were doing that narration, that living forever was getting boring or something. I might
yeah.
Something.
I mean, I do remember something to that effect. It was just that the way it left things was, okay, he becomes a vampire because of What's the name of the dude?
Marcel?
Marius.
Okay.
Yeah, Marius. And so...
Yeah, he just kind of took him, right? And then he woke up in that lighthouse-looking place.
I forgot that Anne Rice was one of the writers on this.
Oh.
And so that lends it even another degree of authenticity. And that actually makes more sense as to why Lestat, the character, was used. Because she does like to, at least from one other data point that I have, she likes to take characters that are known and like flip it on its head.
I see.
There's this Sleeping Beauty book I'm aware of because of a girl I used to date in high school. And in this book, the whole it just takes Sleeping Beauty and really sexualizes her. It's not about vampires at all,
right?
But it's taking this known story and flipping it on its head.
Okay, got it. So it just kind of extracts the character and then makes her something totally different,
so to speak. It just takes sort of I suppose a George R.R. Martin approach. The way Game of Thrones is done is like, well, if dragons were real, what would the politics really look like back then, and blah, blah, blah. And so she took this Sleeping Beauty story and was like, okay, if Sleeping Beauty was real, like, what would the actual consequences, what would the effects, how would this actually play out?
Okay.
With, a very, very strong emphasis on sexual things. It being Anne Rice and Lestat, that coincides. That makes sense. You know?
See, I wasn't familiar with him at all.
Okay.
I didn't know he existed. I mean, as another character outside of this film.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't remember that. Achara had to remind me just before we started watching this that you've seen Lestat in this film played by this person. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. So, yeah.
Okay. So there have been other films done with his
well, he's
character.
from Interview with the Vampire. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his character's been around.
Got it. It's been a while since I've seen that. A long time.
According to Rice, Lestat was largely inspired by her husband, the poet and artist Stan Rice. Both have blonde hair that share blah, blah, blah. Rice noted that the character had also taken on some of her own attributes, stating Stan was Lestat. He was the inspiration. So here it's Tom Cruise in Interview with the Vampire.
Got it.
So going back to Lestat and him going to sleep and all that stuff, he bit from the queen's wrist and took her blood, and then he had this like crazy strength. But it didn't give him the full strength so he could be a daywalker yet. He was basically abandoned, right, by Marius. The statues were gone.
He took everything,
He just took
man.
everything.
He was just gone.
Yeah, he cleared house, and then he was just left to his own devices for a long time.
Yeah.
And between that moment and him going to sleep, I don't really know what happened. Like, I guess he just got bored and went to sleep. And
no, it definitely left that open.
Yeah. And so I guess I was just kind of curious if they filled that in at all and like what exactly I just
that I saw.
Yeah, maybe
Not
there's
that
a
I
deleted
noticed.
scene or something, but like it just seemed like there was something kind of missing there. Like, why would you choose to go to sleep? Like, do you not have the power to make other vampires? Like, why wouldn't you do that? Is this abandonment what forces you to like stick to the shadows now? Like, or is it because you killed the girl? That's why you stick to the shadows, because you feel bad about that? Because you're invigorated with the queen's stuff in your body. Like, how does that change you? You know, like that. I felt like there was just something missing in there that helped me to understand like why he did what he did at the very beginning. Like to
No,
take
you're
us to
right,
the
because they
beginning.
kind of left it.
Yeah.
And now I remember from the very beginning in the opening scene, he was saying why he went to sleep. I believe it was because he was so lonely. He said he gets lonely, right? But like you said, he could have made more friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Per se. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
It's
that
just left out.
It just it seemed like that could have been thrown in there.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's fine. In the modern day, we have the young girl who is influenced by her aunt, and that's why she has that kind of like fascination with vampires and whatnot, and why she's studying it at this location that we see like twice in the movie. The studying
The Institute for the Paranormal.
Yeah,
or
Institute for
something
the
like that?
Paranormal.
Yeah.
It's just a spot to like sort of give us exposition. That's what it felt like, because it's like that institution really didn't do shit in the rest of the movie. Even David was kind of useless. Usually those characters have some sort of meaning, like they help out somehow before they get killed. Right. You know, and like they just pass the torch. Okay, now it's on you, boo. He was next to useless in the entire film.
Yeah.
Like, what did he do?
The only thing he did was provide her with the journal, and that was it. That's really all he did.
She could have come across that at the back of the Viper room or something. Like she could have, like, you know, like she didn't. It didn't need to be the paranormal study.
Yeah, the only thing, I mean, really, when he came on the scene, all he did was kind of tell her to be quiet, because he already knew a lot of this stuff that she was saying.
Yeah,
and he didn't want it being brought to light. But that's pretty much it.
It's also hilarious to me that Marius' whole thing is stay in the shadows, and yet there are paintings of him throughout time.
There are.
I mean,
True.
the irony.
Someone saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely out there. So he's not exactly sticking to the shadows himself.
Yeah.
But whatever. Maybe he learned his lesson after the paintings were made.
Maybe.
So,
Also, it never really showed if she knew what was going on with her family or not. Like, did she know? We saw at the beginning where...
Well, her parents were killed, right?
Yeah.
And that's why she was taken into the care of her aunt.
Right. And we saw the scene with her aunt, and, bleeding from her eye, and she was going to taste it or whatever. And she's like, no, don't do that yet or something. And then we see her next in the paranormal place. But we don't know if she knew anything about her family or if she just felt drawn to Lestat when she saw him. Or
Lestat.
Lestat when she saw him on TV.
I just keep thinking, like, how would it be if he was a doctor? I need the scalpel. Lestat.
Lestat!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
No, they didn't give us too much of a backstory about her. But I don't know how much the film needed it. The film, it gave us enough to make sense of her journey.
Yeah.
Like, initially I was getting perplexed. I'm like, why do you care so much about this dude? And then I realized, oh yeah, her whole backstory with her aunt, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there isn't really plot holes as far as her story goes. Even her walking into the bar of like, no gun, no knife, no nothing.
Right.
But she had a plan. She wanted to get to Lestat.
Well, now that I think about it, in the beginning, maybe that was showing that she wanted to be a vampire. That's why she wanted to taste the blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she saw him, she saw maybe her opportunity to do so.
Right.
You know?
Or she's just had an obsession with him.
Well, it could be that too.
I mean, they have established that there are characters in this film who just have obsessions. David had an obsession with Marius.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she obviously desired to be that. So maybe she desired that all her life.
Right.
Yeah. It's a little open-ended.
Yeah. So as far as vampire films go, in my experience, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I understand that this is closer to being authentic because it's Anne Rice.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Twilight more. I did. I got to be honest. Like, I went through the whole series of Twilight, and honestly, up until the last two movies, I actually had a great time.
Wasn't there three of them? Was there three?
I think there's four.
Are there four?
Or five of them. I forget exactly, but they split the last
wrong.
book into two, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, they're not great movies, but they're entertaining.
Uh-huh.
And if you just allow yourself to get sucked into the drama, it's actually a lot of fun. They're silly, but they're really fun.
You have to kind of let yourself go a little bit. I know my wife was watching one like a month ago, and I popped in for like 10 or 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is very cringeworthy. But I could see if you get into it.
Oh, there's 5 books. Goddamn. Okay.
Oh, 5, okay.
Yeah.
If you get into it, that it would really keep you there.
I didn't enjoy the last 2 movies because it dragged out for me.
Got it. Could have been one movie.
It could have been one movie.
Okay.
They just wanted to make more money, which, more power to them. But like, damn, like at least give me something substantial in the process.
Right.
So the first 3 films were entertaining.
Okay.
And I've watched Interview with the Vampire. I've watched, and I just watched Sinners. And so...
Oh, I want to see that.
So Sinners and Twilight are definitely my favorite vampire experiences.
Okay.
But again, my experience with vampire stuff is very limited.
Right,
like,
right.
this is included amongst them. And so
Did you watch the one with Nicolas Cage?
No.
A year or two ago?
No, I did not. Is it
It's
good?
actually pretty good.
Oh, is it good? Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah. So you were mentioning Aaliyah's performance.
Yeah. No, I thought you did a good job.
I was just second guessing by the way I said it.
You said it.
Yeah, man. Like, when she came on the scene, she definitely owned the room. I wish that the way that they had her entry was a little different, because it almost felt pedestrian in a way, given how epic the film can be, given the scale of things. Like,
you mean her initial entry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you see like the concert that they got going on and just the sheer volume of people. It's not like they don't know how to do epic in this movie. And the set design is pretty strong, I'd say, through a lot of the film.
Yeah.
And so her entry just felt like, oh, that's good enough. I'm like, wait, that's how you, like, because it was a shot of like everyone sort of like just pausing and looking inside that room.
Right.
The Viper room. And I forgot the name of what was it called? The Cavern?
Coven.
The Coven.
It was a vampire
I keep
coven.
forgetting. The Vampire Coven. It's like everyone stops and looks at her, and the shot just comes, and it's just this profile of her as she enters the frame. And I'm like, I guess that's a way to do it. I just felt like there could have been a more creative, cool way to sort of emphasize this is the queen who's walking in. You know, like maybe show parts of her first, so you don't really get the full scope of who this person is.
That's true. She was just kind of there.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Give me like hints of like what are people looking at? They I guess the director had a particular vision in his head, or they just didn't have time. They had like 10 minutes to get the shot. The featured extras weren't behaving. I don't know. Like who knows?
We got to get it done.
Yeah. Who knows what informed why they shot it the way they did?
Yeah.
I just wasn't happy with, given her regalness in this world, the entry just was kind of weak sauce for me. But then, you know, going back to the ambitious stuff, like her doing all that and then like people burning up, I was like, that was a pretty good effects. You know, it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
So,
no, that was great. And
yeah.
just seeing the vampires' faces as she started to do that, they started getting really fearful.
Right.
Yeah. But her initial, the first time we saw her as a statue, it was a cool shot. But then as soon as he was getting the powers and everything and then just kind of left it there, that was a little abrupt for me. Where we didn't really, she just went back to being a statue. And then
gotcha.
I was like, okay, what happened? I didn't really follow, I guess.
Oh, okay. I guess I can see your point on that. I guess it didn't bother me just because the whole world is kind of like, you know, to this day, I get a little perplexed when the Eagles show up at the end of Lord of the Rings. Like, some things I just don't understand. And that was a moment where I was like, I'll just go with it. It's fun.
To me, it would have been nice to have a little bit of an explanation of what happened there, because he just kind of gets, he drinks her blood, and then it looks like he's becoming all powerful, but then he's not really. He's a little bit.
Oh, he's definitely stronger.
He's stronger, but then it just kind of showed him waking up, and then he's a little powerful, and then everything's gone. I don't know. I felt like that could have been a little better done.
Maybe. Yeah. But I didn't mind her going back to bed. Like, it's just interesting that she's a statue. So, like, yeah, I prefer not to think about that too hard, because then I'm wondering, like, why she doesn't get up and move when her statue's being moved around and stuff like that. Like, okay, so she's asleep. What is it like? You start to think about the practicality of all it. It's just going to mess with your head.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can't get too deep with it.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, though. The main actor in the movie, going in, I thought the main actor was going to be Aaliyah. I'm not super familiar with Stuart Townsend. He definitely had the vibe that I think that role needed. You know, there's this sort of like ethereal, undead sexiness that you have to have as a vampire. Again, my knowledge of vampirism stuff is very limited. I just know you got to give them permission so that they can come in your home.
You know the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like the whole stake through the heart thing, and
you
know, the cross. As far as the look goes, I thought that they did actually a really good job with his look. I thought he did a great job of just being that dude, and whatever that character was supposed to be, I thought he owned it very well. And there wasn't a moment where I looked at him and I said, "Dad, you're terrible."
No, not at all. And he looked right for the part.
Yeah,
he had that look.
Yeah,
like you said, he had that kind of Eric Draven look going.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, very goth looking.
Yeah, and so I wonder what would have happened if Aaliyah had not, perished. If this film would have had, more installments. It seemed like the kind of movie that you could kind of build on. I don't know if there's books after it, but it was definitely an interesting thing, and I would not be surprised if this property gets revived at some point.
Now that I'm thinking, maybe she passed during the filming of this.
Did she?
2001 is when she passed away. This came out in 2003. That's 2 years from that. So maybe she was supposed to have a bigger role.
It came out in 2002.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely her last movie.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know if she passed away after or during. Oh, here it goes.
There we go.
She did not pass away during the filming. She completed principal photography. Tragically, she died in a plane crash on August 25th.
Okay, so that was it. That was how much she was supposed to be in there. She was hot at that time.
Oh, she didn't finish. She didn't finish ADR in the movie.
Oh, okay.
To complete the film, her brother was shot hard and stepped in. What? How? What?
Was he really
Hold
young?
on. At the time of her death, post-production was still underway. She had not completed automated dialogue replacement, which are used to re-record dialogue for clarity or changes in the script. To complete the film, her brother, Rashad Houghton, stepped in to perform the necessary ADR work, ensuring her character's voice was consistent throughout the movie.
How?
How does that work?
Was he able to really Mimic her voice?
How could Rashad perform ADR when they are different genders? Not by directly voicing her lines. Rashad had a similar speech cadence and may have guided the sound engineers. Okay.
I see.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Got it.
I was like really confused for a second. ChatGPT be confusing me sometimes, man. I'm like, what? You gotta break this down.
Please.
Yeah. Enhance. Anyway,
one thing I'll say is I wasn't bored at any time during the film. I didn't find myself bored at any time.
I guess not. No, I was thinking to myself if I was bored at any point. I suppose I wasn't.
I think it helps that it's a 90-minute film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I had expected to. Because I've seen some 90-minute films that feel like, 2.5-hour films because they're so dreadful. This was not that. This wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, it's what I call a Zangief thumbs up. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Brandon Sheely.
Peace out.